We have KFC and they brought out a double down burger. I tried this like 8 months ago, but I don't know if it's slightly different because under the new banner or if they've re-brought it out, but either way we're gonna try it. And because I have tried this before, I think, unless they've changed the recipe a little bit, which I will let you know, we are also doing a Q&A, and I asked you guys to ask us some questions. You did not disappoint. I've got the most questions I have ever had. So let's get into the KFC review. Let's get into the Q&A. Let's go. So let's open up the bags. We have, no surprise, Pepsi Max. I am excited to try this. Obviously, I got it in the meal deal, as I always do. Best value for money. So you get the drink, you get the fries, and you get the double down burger. Let's see if they're good today. So when KFC do their fries right, they're unreal. The outside has a nice bite to it, super fluffy potato on the inside, and the seasons they've added to there is so, so good. Herby, peppery, unreal. Now, what we're all here for, the double down burger. Have they changed it? Is it just a repeat and they're just sticking it out again? Or have they actually done something with it? Let's find out. The double down burger. Let's zoom. So we're going to put the description up here. Of course, like we always do, it looks like 2 chicken pieces with some supercharger sauce, cheese, and a hash brown. Let's see if it's any good. The hash browns from here are like hit and missy saucy. Yeah, I really like that. You bite into it, nice crisp on the outside, super soft chicken on the inside. And then you get loads of flavour from the supercharged sauce, creamy cheese, a little crispy hash brown, and then you get loads of hash brown flavour there, mainly just chicken. And then when you start thinking, that was really good, the heat in the throat starts just punching you in the face. It is spicy. If you're not good with spicy food, I would recommend getting it. This is spicy for me. I am a whip with spice, but ooh, this is spicy. Let's have another bite before we get into the questions. That bite wasn't as good. The hash brown for me is just very oily. The aftertaste is a bit like oniony. It's not the most pleasant thing I've ever tried. I'm not a massive fan of that hash brown, to be honest. I am gonna try and take it out. I managed to take most of the hash brown out. So at this point, it's just 2 pieces of chicken with cheese and supercharger sauce. Sounds like a winner to me. Cheers. So what do I think of this before we get in to the Q&A? Because I also sometimes put a Q&A on these videos when I know it's going to be a shorter video, which I know this one is going to be. It's decent, it's not phenomenal. The spicy chicken flavour is really nice. The chicken is done very well, super soft, crispy on the outside. The creamy cheese is a nice little difference. Then you get the supercharger sauce, which is really nice. I love the spicy mayo from KFC. The hash brown for me ruins it because it's very oniony, it's very greasy, it's just not the best, but it is a good contrast, like a little bit of extra crunch in there. I can see why they put it in, but the flavour for me of the hash brown isn't that great. So with the hash brown in, obviously, and as is meant to be like delivered, I would give it like a 5.8 out of 10. It's okay, the hash brown really lets it down, but when I've taken the hash brown out and eaten, it's just 2 pieces of chicken slapped together with the sauce and the cheese together. A good like 6.8 out of 10, 7. I do enjoy that, it's tasty. But first, open this. Cheers. So we have the questions here. Let us dig into this bag. Yes, we have a sweet treat as well. You probably can already guess what it is. We have additional supercharger sauce. I did this the last time, so you can dip like everything in. Just so good. So let's dip a fry in. So the first question is, what are your plans for the future? These two together, that was phenomenal. That's so good. Wow. So I want to continue to develop and learn as a manager as I am right now. Learn as physically as much as I can as a manager, which I think I'm doing good so far, but there's always more you can learn. Then outside of work-wise, obviously I'd love to be able to leave having a full-time job and this become my full-time job. Obviously that would be phenomenal. And then I'm also writing a story, so I would love to be an author. And one day I do want to bring out my own line of merch for this. I think that'd be really cool as well. So in the future, that would be what I'd love to do. Another one of these though, because oh my goodness. Next question. Oh, this is a good question. To be fair, they're all good questions, but I've never had this question before. 3 people I would have a 3-course meal with, dead or alive, famous or not. Ooh. So I'll do a famous one and then I'll do a non-famous one. So I will say for the 3 people, I would choose my granddad and my nan, because it says famous or not, because they passed away and I was really, like I am very, very close to them, and I would love one chance just to say hello, how are you doing, and have a meal with them. Like I would give my left arm for that. For the 3rd person, I might also say my dad's dad, because my other granddad, because he passed away when I was really, really young. So I didn't really get to form like a massive relationship with him. I didn't understand really when he passed away. I didn't understand any of it. I just knew my dad was sad, but I didn't understand it. So maybe have him as well, so I could actually talk to him, all my grandparents together, and have a conversation. I think that'd be lovely. Famous wise, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, hands down, first person, come to the meal, please. I love that man so much. And then after that, I'll say Sophia Bush. She plays Brooke in One Tree Hill, and she's done many other things. And yeah, I'd love to have a meal with her. The 3rd person, famous-wise, so maybe like Leah Williamson, because I think like she's an incredible athlete. Like, I'd love to have like a conversation with her. Yeah, I think that would it. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Sophia Bush, and Leah Williamson would be incredible. Interesting question, but that was a difficult one to choose. So just dipped a bit of supercharger sauce in there. Next question. Would I like to collab with anyone for a YouTube video? Not really. I'm gonna be honest. I know it's probably not the answer that you would expect, because most people like to collab. That's how they grow. That's how they get a wider audience, and people like love to collab and like push for a collab. Not massively. I like to do my own thing, and I mean, this is probably took a little bit more of a serious turn, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm an anxious mess. So meeting new people, for me, when it's not in work, I'm so nervous and anxious, and like I would work myself so much up before going to collab with the person. I would then want to cancel, and that's not fair on the other person who's either taken some time off work, or if it's a full-time job, has taken time out to come and collab with me, and then I'm gonna just be so petrifiedly scared that I'm gonna wanna just cancel, which isn't fair. I like to just sit down the camera, have some food, come from my own home. Like when I'm at work and I have my uniform on, I feel that's almost like a superhero putting their cloak on. I have to talk to people. I'm in charge of people. I'm in charge of a building. Like I have no choice. I have to. So I'm less anxious at work. The second I step out of work, I'm an anxious mess, and I don't want to speak to any strangers that I've never met. Chip. I'm not saying that I would never collab, just the thought of it scares us. If my wife could be there, I'd be more inclined to. She makes us feel better. So, next question. One food you hate and one food you love. So I absolutely despise fish. I hate all fish. Fish is disgusting. Don't like the smell, tastes like the smells, awful. Minging, hate fish. One food that I absolutely love is I love fried chicken. Obviously, there's so many foods that I love, but yeah, at the minute, my go-to thing is fried chicken. So next one, what are your hobbies outside of YouTube? So the main stuff is I write stories when I get time, but I'm gonna be honest, YouTube takes up most of my time. a full-time job. Then when I'm not doing that, I'm planning videos, editing videos, making thumbnails, recording the video. So it's not a massive amount of time outside that, because obviously then I've also got to be a good wife to my wife and shiz off. It's a balancing act. What is my favourite Christmas movie? Home Alone 1 is by far my favourite Christmas movie. What is the hardest part of creating content? Coming up with new ideas, and also I would say the hardest part as well is when you've put your heart and soul into a video and you really like it and it does terribly. You're like, so what do I create now? Because I'm creating things that I like and people don't like it. I just continue to create anyway, but it doesn't, yeah, it's difficult. Ooh, if you were on an island, what 3 things would you have with you? My wife. I don't know if that counts, but my wife, 100%. Can I say my dog? My wife, my dog. Because I couldn't leave them behind. So I'm only gonna have one thing to actually try and like make something out of, survive. You're gonna have no signal, there's no one having a phone. I'm gonna say a lighter maybe, because then at least I can get loads of wood together, set the wood alight, have a fire. Because I know, you know that you meant to do like this twizzle thing and a flame comes. I don't know how you do that. So a lighter, my wife and the dog. Because I couldn't leave my wife and, I could not leave my wife and my son, well I say dog, I call him my son all the time, my son. I couldn't leave my wife and my son behind. And then I fuck a lighter because then you could use that to make fire. That would keep you warm and then you can cook things on the fire. Do I enjoy my current job as much as anyone enjoys a job when they don't work for themselves? Yep. What 3 words describe me best? Anxious, caring, loyal. How do I juggle social media and a job? It's just a balancing act really. So I know that I'm going to be working 4 to 5 days a week, depending on how busy we are. I usually do more like evening shifts into like the night time. So I know that in the morning, slight afternoon period before I go, I have a chunk of time then. Then once after I've walked the dog, I then have a bit of time to then film, plan, edit. I basically just try and use that time to fit within before work. So then when the 1 day off a week that I have with my wife, sometimes half a day, I can spend that time with her. Then outside that, any time that she's at work, that I'm not at work, I just fit it all in then. Why does that feel really small in the bag? Why is the cookie so small? Right, I have had a KFC cookie so many times on here. Please tell me I'm not going insane. They have shrunk the cookie, haven't they? Look at this. Don't get me wrong, it looks good. They've definitely shrunken this and kept the price the same. But it looks good, let's try. Yeah, vanilla-y, sugary, chocolatey, yummy. So what is your go-to music and what bands do I like? So my go-to kind of music is like the 90s, 2000s type music. I like sort of like Ed Sheeran songs. I like Gabrielle Dreams, that kind of thing. Fast Car, Tracy Chapman, all that kind of stuff. But if I had to pick one, the most one I'm listening to at the minute is The Script and The Fray. I like both of them. So gooey, look at this. Unreal. What is my go-to song that I can't live without? Ooh, what song? Probably Ed Sheeran, Thinking Out Loud, because me and my wife danced to that at my wedding. Our wedding. So, got a few more questions, as I said, I was asking a fair few. We're going to rally through these, we're going to have another bite of cookie, and I'm going to answer these really quickly because I appreciate it's probably getting very long now. What is my training like? So, I presume this is because obviously I said I was training. I was for a while. I'm going to be honest, the last 3 weeks I haven't lifted a single weight, I haven't done anything. And I think there is another question I remember writing down. Like what kind of training style am I doing? So typically I only just lift weights. I don't do like going for runs, cardio, anything like that. I literally just lift weights because the intention to training was I wanted to get bigger arms. But the last 3 weeks I haven't done any, purely just because I haven't been enjoying it anymore. And then I was really busy for like, not this last week just gone, but the 2 weeks before that, I had just really, really busy weeks and just generally didn't have time, and it wasn't like, it's not a priority on my list. I had other things to do. So I did that this week, just coming now. To be honest, I just haven't really felt like doing it. I'm just not enjoying working out, and this will be the 4th week at the end of this week that I haven't worked out for. Next week, I am planning to do some bodyweight exercise instead, like push-ups, sit-ups, sort of circuit type training, just to change it up a little bit. I think I'm just sick of weights. It's just the same thing over and over again. It's very repetitive, and I'm the type of person I get bored very, very easily. So I'm just bored of it. So I'm taking a month off, gonna go back to it again, try and get the bigger arms. But as long as I feel happy and healthy, I'm not too worried. I'm just gonna take it easy for now. It is what it is. And what is my diet like? Not good, no. Obviously I film these. I don't eat takeaways every day of my life. If I could afford it, I'm gonna be honest, I would, yeah. I'd order Uber Eats and just eat all the time. I pretty much have a diet of like a child. So I have a lot of like cooked pizzas in the ovens. Although last night I was actually trying to be a little bit more grown up. I had some pork chops, herby buttered potatoes, cucumber, trying to actually eat a bit healthier. Usually it's anything that's fast because I'm a very impatient person, so I'll cook some pasta and put some garlic baguette with it or something along the lines of that. Like, it's not a healthy diet. I have a lot of chocolate, a lot of cookies, biscuits, all that kind of thing. It's not the healthiest at all. Do one day I want to get healthier because I know I should? Yes. Will I? Probably not. So I thought I finished all the questions, but I've literally just had another one added on to it. So let's answer that question, and it is, how is the writing book going? So it's okay. The problem is, I feel like I'm getting more dyslexic with my age, so it's taking us ages to write sentences, because I'll write one, I'll read it, it doesn't really make sense, I have to write it again, and then again, and again, and again, but I'm slowly getting there. So yeah, just quite slow, but I am trying. But that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoy something slightly different. If you did, you know the drill. Sub, like, comment, boost it into the algorithm. Take care, stay safe, see you guys in the next one. Bye.